Good news, everyone. Some feminist bigot who put up a stink at a hospital is being refused her operation, which looks good on her. The title says, Hospital refuses to operate on sex attack victim. That's a lie. After request all female care because she feels complete disgust over men. That's what it is. Now, the hospital banned a sex assault. This is a lie. I'm going to say it probably. The hospital banned a female bigot for having an operation after she asked for all female nursing care because she is a bigot against the male sex. There, I added that. The patient, a feminist lawyer, say no more, was told by the hospital it had to protect staff from unaccessible distress. I love it. I love how they fight fire with fire. She says, I fear for the safety of women. And they say, well, the staff doesn't want unacceptable distress. I love that. I love when these disgusting bigots get a dose of their own medicine. In other words, we don't have to put up with these cretins. She had been due to have complex rectal surgery. Trust me, there's nothing this hospital's going to be able to do to fix this asshole. And Emma, who lives in North London, asked for single-sex accommodation, as per beliefs, did not wish to use pronouns or engage in such manifestations of gender ideology. What do pronouns have to do with having an all-female accommodation? Nothing. So she's making an excuse. She told Mail Online, I was not going to agree to fill out reams of hospital paperwork about my non-existent identity or give my pronouns to anyone. Really, reams of it? Come on. The hospital is one of only a handful to use a Da Vinci robot which can perform delicate and complex operations and was selected for that reason. Wow, this beggar really is a chooser, isn't she? So she had the best of care and she's squashing it just because she's a bigot who can't stand men being around. But when she arrived for her clinical pre-op assessment, which involved intimate procedures that appeared to be a transgender man in a blonde wig and makeup, opened the door and made eye contact with her. I can't believe anything this woman says, but also look how she's voicing it. She's basically saying this is a man in a dress. She's insulting this person. This may or may not have happened. I began to suspect I'd been targeted because of my patient records that showed that I refused to use pronouns and wanted single-sex facilities, even though I have no evidence of this. That's actually a possibility. But nevertheless, no one should be allowed to say I need only single sex. The nursing staff and the doctors are there to look after your health. Sorry, you get it. By the way, everyone, male doctors have been looking after female patients since the dawn of time, or I should say the dawn of human civilization. No woman's been hurt by a man looking at her naked body. Well, that's quite the machine if that's what they're talking about. That's amazing. And then I began to panic that men would be attending my intimate care at the hospital while I was immobilized for an entire week following major surgery. Oh no, the shock. Hey, guys, you know how racists get upset when they find out they had like a blood transfusion from a minority man? This is the exact same thing going on here. Feminism and racism are the same thing. It was a slow dawning realization. I felt sick. The idea these subhuman males will be around me. Alarm bells were ringing in my head. I cannot describe the fear that I felt. I cannot rationalize it. It wasn't fear, it was disgust. And you're right. Your hatred of the opposite sex is irrational. These feminist subhumans, they're all the same. Please do not make life difficult for women when they are at the most vulnerable by forcing them into uncomfortable, embarrassing situations. Now she's being honest. This has nothing to do with fear and danger of women. If having men around, she makes her uncomfortable, makes this bigot uncomfortable. And men seeing her naked body, which might be disgusting, by the way, she finds that embarrassing. Depending on what this woman looks like, it may be uncomfortable for the male nurses to have to deal with her. Trust me. Now, here's the CEO who puts the quash on that. She was stunned then to receive an email from the hospital chief executive, Maxine Estop Green, telling her the operation was off. Good on them. Good on them. She told her the hospital did not share her beliefs and she should make alternative arrangements for her surgery. The hospital doesn't tolerate bigots, so go elsewhere. That's what they said. Emma urged them to reconsider. A little late now, you stupid bigot. Adding in a further message that she thought they had misunderstood a request. No, they understood loud and clear, you scumbag. Oh my God. And of course, she couldn't help herself. These bigots can't help themselves. You know what? If she was smart, she could have had the operation and then tried to sue the hospital later on for them daring to have a male be around her. But no, she had to put up a stink now and put herself in trouble. Now you're going to have a sore asshole for the rest of your life. I'm still in the state of shock at this punitive and discretionary action by the CEO, which specializes in women procedures. Really, only women have assholes? Oh my God. Everything this bigot can't understand, or this woman who has all this female privilege just can't understand her female privilege met a wall. Wow. I can't believe this is happening in the UK. Neither can I, actually, because the UK is so misandric. But I guess this is what happens when your misinjury bites you in the ass. Look, as always, this is about appeasing men who claim gender identity. Appeasing men. Now she's being honest. That's what it is. She hates men, and having any consideration for men at all is a problem to her. That's what it is. Because this problem with transgender is really trans women, who they see as men. That's the problem. It will punish anyone who tells the truth, but they're not punishing you because you told the truth. They're punishing you because they have male staff and you're trying to say they're the scumbags for being male. And they don't have to put up with that. There are also fears of predatory sex offenders who pose as trans women to gain access to female loos and facilities. What has this got to do with your operation? So the staff members, the male nurses, are going to be sex offenders. How would they do that? Someone come off the street and say, oh, I'm a part of the staff. I mean, come on, this is disgusting. The ruling means is legal for a gym. I'm not reading this. Look, like I said, these women have infiltrated men's locker rooms. And this woman in particular said, these men could wear towels if they don't want me to see them naked. That's what women say to men. So I don't give a shit about how women in general feel about men seeing them naked. I don't care at all because they purposely want to say, you guys are subhuman, you're beneath me. If I want to see you in a naked body, I will. So I have no sympathy for women, period. And especially not for this bigot. Now, is there anything else? No. There's only a couple of stupid comments that are there. And all I got to say is, everyone, I'm so glad that they refused this bigot. You can get your asshole looked at for some other hospital, whoever will put up with your bigotry. I'm glad to see this. I'm glad to finally have their hatred bite them on the ass. Pun intended.